Well, hey crafty friends, it's Hiedi Scott with DiyDreaming, and on this video tutorial, we're going to make a couple different pieces of home decor that have a summery, beachy theme. And we're going to do this. This is part of a 4-pack set of little surfaces that are shelf sitters. They'll stand up on their own. That is called hexagon quads. That means there's 4. And they're this nice little wooden frame. One side is painted white. The other side is wood, so you could theoretically do either side. I'm going to show you how we're going to make this look beachy, and then we're going to stencil it. And then this tray was $4.09 at my local Goodwill several years ago, and it has, just get a little closer, it has been reborn, reimagined, repurposed, redecorated at least 5 or 6 times. So I just took some stuff off of it that was spring themed, and I am going to make it to sit on my butler's pantry, which is the cute little cabinet in between my kitchen and my dining room. And I am going to use a beachy theme with faith for this. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be using this stencil, which, oh my gosh, I love this. It says, even the wind and the waves obey him. Sorry, that was probably very loud. Matthew 8:27. And I've done a few different projects with it. One of, well, they're both in the kitchen, right? Well, I did this one. This was just a Dollar Tree canvas. Super easy. But the other was a glass etching project. But we're going to do this on here, and we're going to use a combination of different teal, blues, turquoises, and then we're going to do this stencil right here. Every seashell tells a story. I'm going to show you this one, and we're going to do this one on this. And I'm going to show you how to turn this wood into sort of a beachy, weathered wood look, which is going to go in my decor, and I think it would be great pretty much anywhere for summer. Okay, so let's do this first. All right, let me make some room. And do I have any wax paper? Yes, I do. Okay. So, this originally had white, but I love this creamy color that is called Plaster. You guys, this is my favorite cream colored paint. I used to be in love with this color called Biscuits and Gravy. And I was always talking about biscuits and gravy. Now it's Waverly Plaster that I love. It's a great color. You can get this at Walmart. You can get it in a small size bottle or this big one. Super affordable. And so first thing I did was I painted this area this plaster color because it was more of a white, and I wanted it all to go together, and I needed it to be thoroughly dry so that I could spray it with a clear matte sealer spray before we stenciled it. But we're going to do the outside. Okay, so, oh, my brush is wet. Let me get a paper towel. So who is starting to do a little summer decorating in their homes? Is anybody working on any beach themed projects? I know that's one of the things I love every summer is swapping everything out from season to season to season into a beach theme. Okay, this is a cruddy, chippy brush. I don't know where it came from. I've had it for 100 years. Looks terrible. And I'm just going to dip into my lid of my plaster paint. And I'm going to offload a good bit of it here on this paper plate. By the way, I just got my new glasses and I'm so excited about them, so I'll have to show you. But these are some of those ones that have the magnets. I got 2 toppers and a pair of sunglass toppers for when I'm outside, and I'm really excited. Okay, so I've just dipped my chippy brush into that plaster paint, and I'm going to just start kind of dry brushing is what this is called. There's nothing difficult or specific about it. You don't need a special brush. You just want to find the prettiest brush that you have, and you're going to just start dragging little wisps of your paint across the wood. See the difference? And you can go as dark or thick or solid as you like, or as light. I personally like enough on there that you can see it, that it looks kind of stripy. And I'm also going to do the outside. And I'll show you the one that I worked on before I came live. Because I always try to have at least one project completely finished to show you. This is going to dry super fast. So any kind of wood, accessory, photo frame, you know, that kind of thing, you can make it look, oops, that went on a little dark. You can make it look beachy using this technique of dry brushing, and you can either use white paint or creamy. I personally like the creamy better. Okay, so here's the sides. And I want some more on the front. And then we're going to even do the inside lip. Okay, so see inside here, I want to get that too. It's not quite as easy to get to, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Just want a little hint. So have you done dry brushing before? If you're a crafter, then I'm thinking that you definitely have. Okay. So let me set that aside for a few minutes and put this in my little jar of water. And let's move on to the silver platter, and let me tell you about that. And then we'll stencil it, and then we'll come back to this piece. This piece is gonna look like this, you guys. And I used 4 different colors of chalk paste because I was looking for this combination of blues, and I think they look great with this creamy colored plaster paint. And I'm kind of toying with the idea of gluing some of these little teeny tiny seashells like in a cluster up here at the top. So I'm gonna want to know what you guys think about that. So we'll come back to this. All right, this right here, I've had it for multiple years. I have redone it over and over and over. I always use chalk paste because when you do that, then you can wash it off at the end of the season or whatever. Sometimes it will leave a little stain on a lighter colored paint. So all I did this morning was I just gave it a refreshed little top coat of this plaster. And then when it was fully dry, I took it outside and gave it a quick coat of this clear matte sealer spray. So we're going to be using a bunch of different colors. We're going to be using all chalk paste from MagnoliaDIY.com. Yeah, Beverly, these little shells are awesome. And they're from Dollar Tree, and they have like black ones. I mean, they have a bunch of different styles. Okay, this is called Azure. It's pretty blue. This one is called Blue Ice. You know it's chalk paste because it has a black top. All right. The inks have a white top, and inks are for fabric and ceramics. And then this is called Dusty Blue, but honestly it kind of looks a little bit more purple to me. And then we're gonna, look at my hands. We're gonna probably lighten things up a little bit with some white chalk paste. So I'm gonna be using this stencil right here, Even the Wind and the Waves. And I have used it a few times, but before I use it again, I'm just gonna give it a quick little fuzz. That just makes it so that it's a little bit less sticky, and it will be easier to pull it up without stretching it. Okay, this is a tacky towel from Magnolia. This side is to fuzz, this side is to pat your stencils dry. But if you don't have one of those, one of these things, you could fuzz on a pair of jeans, a t-shirt, a low lint tea towel. I think I'm going to have to come back, let's make sure I'm straight, and add the Matthew in the bottom center because it's going to fall off the edge. I'm going to get a ruler because I do want to make sure that this is straight. So. Or straightish, anyways. Okay, let's say that's straight. And then I'm going to press it down really good. And okay, so we're going to do a combination of all these blue colors, and then we'll probably add a little bit of white over the top of it. So I'm just going to use some of these little stir sticks, and I'm going to just do a bunch of little blobs. Now, you do want to work kind of quickly when you're working with something like this because it will dry. And you don't want it to dry and then get pulled up in the stencil. So I'm just putting little blobs of it all over. And then I'm going to do this sort of swirly-do technique that I love. And I went a lot heavier on that dusty blue on the other project, and honestly, it looks a little purple to me, so I'm going to use less of that this time. That's this one. When it dries, it has the teensy weensiest little bit of purplish color. I'm just putting a little bit on there. Okay, and then I'm just going to take a squeegee, and we're just going to kind of do this. I call that swirly-do. Basically just mixing all my colors up, pushing them around. Okay, let's do the wind and the waves. And as usual, I have way too much chalk paste. That tends to be my thing that I do over and over. Okay, so I'm going to quickly pull up the big globs. I'm not going over and over and over. And now I'm going to apply some white chalk paste. Especially like where I'm kind of remembering that the waves are. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to leave this part on maybe a little bit thicker than I left the other colors stay on it. Okay, so this is what it looks like. And let's pull it up gently. This is so pretty. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, I will come back and do the Matthew 8:27 in the center of my plate when everything's dry and I've washed it, you guys. Look at this. Is that beautiful or what? So I'll put this in a plate stand. I don't think there's any other need to embellish it whatsoever. I'll put it in a plate stand and wow, that's so pretty. Okay, so we're going to do something very similar now with our little hexagon. And this is the one I did first. So I'm going to do very similar. And for this one, I used, these are great seashells, by the way. Okay, this is a brand new stencil. I just got it. Because I wanted to be able to show you what it looks like. But I've had my original one. This is the 3rd summer I've had it, and I've done a ton of projects with it. So it looks kind of gunky because I love it and I've used it a lot. This is a great conch seashell. Here is a great scallop. That's what we're going to use. This is called, I wrote pointy shell, but I think it's called a trident. And this is, I wrote shell because I don't know what that's called. It's like a big conch, but it's got these pointy things. And then here's the word. Every seashell tells a story. So these stencils are reusable over and over and over for many, many years to come. I just wash them right away with a sponge if they're really dirty and a teeny bit of dish soap sometimes and cool water. Mostly I just spray them. And then I'll lay them on the counter with the sticky side up to air dry. That's it. Put them back on your backing sheet. That I always label what it is. And it's a piece of cake. Okay, so I'm going to fuzz this one too, even though I've used it a lot. All right, and in case I didn't say this already, after I painted the center of this with this plaster paint, after it was dry, I applied 1 coat of clear matte sealer spray. And the reason why I do that on wood especially, this is painted wood, but even if I was doing it on this unstained side or on stained wood, paint can have a tendency to want to suck in your medium. And I'm just looking to see how I want it. And then suck it into the pores in the wood and then kind of spread it out. A clear matte sealer spray prevents the wood from doing it. So you get generally a crisper looking stencil impression. So that's why I do that. And you could turn this winky wonky or whatever you wanted to do. I'm just doing it straight. Okay, and it's going to be exactly the same thing. We're going to just put some little blobs of color on here, and then I'm going to add white over the top. Okay, so that's what it looks like right now. And you do want to move quickly so that it doesn't get all dried. And when you lift up your stencil, you don't want it to pull any of that up. Okay. And now I'm going to put some little bits of white over the top. And just kind of do a swirly do. gives your stenciled thing less of a flat appearance and makes it look more dimensional. It's awesome! What can I say? It's really awesome. Let me throw this over here. Oh my goodness. It is really awesome. Look how pretty that is. Okay, so let me show you something. Let me find some room. I purchased these garlands from Dollar Tree. Okay, this one, and I cut this one apart. This one has those little clam or scallop shells, and this one has the starfish. Dollar Tree. And I was kind of thinking, although now I'm looking at it, honestly, there's enough going on in each one of them. I was thinking about painting them and adding them with some seashells, either to the top or a bottom corner or something. But I don't know what you guys think. I think these look beautiful just the way they are. My plan is to put them on some bookshelves. Or I have a pretty two-tiered stand in my kitchen that these could probably sit on or sit by. I don't think they need it. What do you think? Tell me what your opinion is in the comments. Oh, and by the way, thank you so much for the stars. I didn't see who did that, but I will look as soon as I'm finished. Oops. Do they need something else, or are they fine just the way they are? And how pretty is that gonna look in the general vicinity of this? I will get pictures of everything. Do you guys like it? I think a lot of people are saying that they like them without any further embellishments. Cindy Parker Taylor says less is more. I know, in general, I think that's true also. I just have a tendency to want to feel compelled, like I need to add a ribbon or a button or a doodad of some sort to everything I make. Do you guys ever feel that way? Or maybe that's just me. Anyways, so this was our cute, fun, easy project that took some home decor items. This is a Goodwill. It was super tarnished. It's not real silver. It's a silver plate that somebody, didn't want anymore and donated. I painted it with the plaster paint. These are some adorable little hexagon quads that you can get from Magnolia, DIY.com. Use some stencils. I'll get a list of what those colors of chalk paste are in case you want to completely, create something that looks exactly like these. But let me know in the comments if you would like a supply list, a full supply list, and I'll put, the Krylon matte sealer spray and where you get that, the name of the paint and where you get that, the name of the stencils, the names of the colors of chalk paste, everything. I will put that all together for you if you'd like. Oh, some rope on the inside of the tray. Okay, let's see who said that. Michelle. This is my go-to for everything I do. What do you guys think about that? This is that Dollar Tree rope. That could be beautiful. I'm going to ponder for a little bit and look at it, but thank you, Michelle, for the suggestion. I love that idea. So that would be easy enough to do, and I could just do a few little dots of hot glue on here, and then when the season's over, I could just probably pop it right off. Okie dokie. So, let me see what else anyone is saying. Sorry about that. Janet says yes to the rope. And Lisa wants a supply list. I will get you a full supply list just as soon as I'm done. So do this. No, don't do that. Do this. This is what Facebook really likes. That's a heart. I can figure out how to hold it so you can see it. Do a heart, say something to me in the comments, check to see if you've liked and followed this page, DIY Sprinkle. Oh, Barbara says no rope, please. Oh my gosh, you guys make it hard. Helga says loves the rope. So I'm gonna read, you guys tell me what you think. Rope or no rope? And I'll go with what the majority say. So I wanna look at everyone's opinion. So tell me, should I use some of this Dollar Tree rope? I might have a thinner one that might possibly look better too. Anyways, tell me what you think. Let me know if you want a supply list. Sprinkle, 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 sprinkle. That's like one of the things that you can help me grow my little DIY Dreaming page with. Oh gosh, no rope, rope for sure. Okay, I'm going to go with what the majority says. So, tell me what you think. Should I do rope on this pretty silver piece or not? I am going to come back for sure and put the Bible verse down here that says, even the wind and the waves obey him, from Matthew. I think it was 8:27. Oh, and if you just came on at the end, I won't make my decision for a couple hours, so tell me your vote, rope or no vote. Even if you didn't watch this whole thing live, you can come back and watch the replay, and then tell me what you think. And I'll make a decision by around maybe 5 o'clock today, and let you know what I decided based on what you guys said. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me. Hope you liked these easy peasy home decor, summer beachy ideas. Especially doing this dry brushing technique. That's a super easy way to make any kind of brown wood look like beech wood. Vivian says rope. Oh goodness. What if we have a complete split, 50 rope and 50 not rope? Then I may have to ask for a tiebreaker. But I will let you guys know. And possibly I'll see you again later. If not, I will see you tomorrow, and then I hope to see you on Sunday for what I'm thinking is going to be a new episode of Christ and Crafting. So, have a wonderful afternoon. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Oh, Judy says braided rope on the outer edge. So like right here? Is this what you mean? That could be pretty too. I don't know. Rope on the big one. These would be super cute in the bathroom, and I might actually put these in my bathroom now that you mentioned that. I agree. I have 2 more because these little hexagon shapes come a set of 4, but you know what? I've done a craft project with 2 of them at some point, and I cannot remember where I put them. So I had 2 left, and I just, this is a really good decorative piece to have. So I'll include these little hexagon quads in my list of supplies for everybody who wants the full list of supplies. Okay, see you later.